Welcome back, guys, to part 2, and we are going to continue from where we stopped in the first part. The first part was mainly about the theory, the parenting styles and so on, but this part we are going to concentrate and bring all that information back home. We're going to relate it to us, to our challenges and our relationship with our parents, especially our South Sudanese parents. As I said first in the first part, I'm going to share some of my personal experiences growing up and highlight some of the challenges. I think I would say some of the overall challenges that we face as young South Sudanese people connecting to our parents. Yes, so let's start from there. Basically, I am born in a family of 3, my sister, my brother and I, and yes, I'm a last born. Don't bring that on me. And so growing up, obviously, most of the time I've been with my mom and everything. I grew up in Egypt, then went to Juba and then to UG. It had been a marathon for a good time, but most of the years I've spent it with my mom, and she is a very overprotective mother. But on that, I think me personally, if I was in her shoes, I would have done the same, because she was our mom, our dad, our sister, our auntie, our friend, and everything for us. And I believe my siblings will even witness on that. Of course, back then we couldn't see it as that. It was the overprotective mom with strict rules, strict expectations. You had to always exit in everything you do. You should always be a first-class student with great grades and everything, good behaved, disciplined and all that. And I would say she never failed doing that. She brought up very amazing kids, and she's still bringing up some beautiful girls, which are my younger sisters. And so, my younger cousins, my sisters. But yeah, I would say back then it used to be hard because of my mom's strict rules. You can't go out, you don't meet friends. She would even tell you right on your face, okay, you can have friends, like in back there, they stop at school, and I don't want anything like friends coming over, sleep over, nah, that doesn't happen in my house, darling. You stay home, read, do your housework and all that. That was my mom's rules. And yeah, I followed it for a very good time till I was like 16, 17, almost finishing high school. That I was like in A-level, I think. Yeah, so that's where things started getting a bit chaotic, because I think that was the age I found my voice. And I believe it's the age where everyone now wants to go out, have fun, have friends, explore, do this and do that. But because of my mom's strict rules, I couldn't do all that. So we'd always get into arguments. Mama, why all my friends are doing this but I'm not? Mom, why? Na na na, and all that. And I think many of us can relate to that. So it got so chaotic. Even lies started around here. I'm going to meet my friend, going to study, stuff like that. But yeah, you go out and go have fun with friends and stuff like that. But it happened that there was one time we had a very big problem, and so it was bad that my mom stopped talking to me for a very good time. Like, living with someone in the same house, but you guys don't talk or anything like that. No good morning, no shino. She would literally look me dead into the eye and ignore me. And I think many people relate to me. That is like they are getting the life out of you, especially when you are normally free to them, talking to them, mama, there is this and this, but then one day they just block you off. So I felt like I was suffocating. I didn't know what to do. I apologized several times, but she would just look at me and be like, she would literally ignore me, you know. So it was bad. It was really bad, to the extent I had to call my dad and tell him about it. And he was all the way in Juba that time. So yeah, I had to call her, and yeah, we sat down and we talked. And so she was telling me, I know you are growing up. I know you are a grown-up girl now, but you should know that this is not the girl I brought up, you know. I know you are at a stage whereby you want to go out, you want to have friends, and I'm not stopping you from that, but she was stopping me from that when we come to reality. But yeah, we had that talk, and she told me, as you're growing up, I want to be more of your friend than your parent, Kiden. And now I want to be your number one friend. Anything that bothers you, I want you to come and tell me, without lies, without meanders and stuff like that. I want you to be as open as possible with me, you know. I wasn't born like this. I was at your stage, and I know the things you're going through and all that. So that's where I was all like, okay, all right. So yeah, that's why I took a step and I told her, that's true, mom, but I also don't like this and this and this about, I won't say about you, but about how you treat us, okay? Because I would say my mom is a very, very short-tempered person, very short-tempered, that minor things that you could just talk and communicate, but she would go crazy about it, and it would just be chaos after that. So yeah, both of us say things that were bothering us in this relationship, and we managed to sort it out, okay? So at this stage, I would tell you that, sorry best friend, but I would say that my mom is literally my biggest fan, my best friend, my secret keeper, and literally I think she's just my hideout now for all my secrets, for everything. So what I'm trying to say is, I'm just trying to highlight the point of communication. You are going to have a lot of argument with your parents. You are going to have a lot of misunderstandings, but it will all come down to that one talk, when both of you get a chair and sit opposite each other to express how you feel about the situation, okay? We are no longer like 10 years old, 9 years old and that. We are growing up. So it's obviously that now we are slowly by slowly having our separate life from them. We are getting out of their umbrella, you know. And there is nothing that would bother a parent than knowing that now my child doesn't need me no more, or they are growing up, so I won't be so much involved in their life, you know. They would always see you as that baby and stuff like that. So it's always hard for them to know that, oh my god, she's out there doing this, she's taking her decision. They will always worry. And that's why I think sometimes, because of that worry, we get into this misunderstanding and this disagreements. So it's kind of tricky, but we'll always have to work it out. Always, no matter how far it goes, you will always have to work it out. That's the first point. For my dad, I would say he's literally the most intelligent, the smartest, the most funniest man I've ever known. And he is literally, I would say, he's the one who taught me how to communicate, how to easily sit and talk and be open-minded and just clear your heart, you know, say all that you feel. He always encouraged all of us to be like that there is no harm in saying or talking about how you feel. Though him himself is a very introvert man, but still I think he found disadvantages in that. That's why he always encouraged us to be not introverts, okay? But I would say he's, as they always say, for a girl, her first love is her dad. So he's my first love, and I really appreciate it. There are no red flags on my dad, really. But yeah, basically, what else? I had some people telling me about their parents pointing out their insecurities and stuff like that, and I had a talk with one of my friends, and I was trying to understand what she meant by pointing out my insecurities, because I believe our parents will always want the best for us, as I said before. So I think if they tell you, for example, my mom would tell me, Kiden, I don't like that dress on you, or Maajabni, like I don't like it. Maybe she will tell me, maybe it doesn't suit your body type, something like that. So maybe you can get something better, you know. For me, I think I will take that as an advice, literally. It's like, okay, fine, I don't think, yeah, me too, I don't think it suits me and stuff like that. That's, I believe that's not pointing out insecurity, but she wants you to look better. She wants you to feel better or feel more confident in what you're wearing. Like, I'm using an example, you know, and what you're wearing and stuff like that, you know. So we don't always have to think about everything. Telling you that you don't look good in exactly that thing doesn't mean that she is against you wearing it, or she is just trying to make you feel bad about yourself or make you feel less of who you are. No, she just wants the best for you, you know. She wants you to get something better than that, let me say. That's one. Two, as according to our parenting styles, these are the authoritarian parents trying to make you suit their expectations. I don't know if that makes sense, because as we all know from before, authoritarian parents, they set for you the expectations, the levels you're supposed to be on. So pointing out that you should not wear this, you don't look good, you don't look good at this, might be them being the authoritarian parent, but that should not make you feel less of yourself. That's the reason why you should build that confidence in you. You should think less about what they say or what they expect of you, but instead use them to make you better. Okay, something like that. So yes, that's one point I want to state. I also wanted to encourage you guys to gain your parents' trust. Like, literally, you must learn how to gain your parents' trust. You can't do anything if you know that my mom or my dad thinks that I'm lying all the time, or I'm doing something wrong. You have to earn that trust. You don't go and stand there and be like, yo, you don't trust me, you don't. No, show action, act right, do the right thing, be there, be honest, open up, you know, get into their life, be involved in their life so that they can also be involved in yours. You know, sometime back my mom called me and she was like, Kiden cave to mom, all is well. I'm like, yeah, mommy, all is well, just preparing for exams and that. She was like, all right, that's good. Then I kept quiet. Then she tells me, Malak, why are you quiet? I'm like, Mama, Fihaja. She was like, what's new? I told her there is nothing. She was like, Khalas, you grow up. Now you think that you can't tell me anything. So I laughed and I told her, but mom, sincerely, there is nothing really going on apart from just school. And she was like, it's fine. Let me act like I believe. Which is actually the truth, because I just laughed because I was so happy that mom wanted to know more about what's going on in my life or what I'm up to and stuff like that. It was just, I just laughed and it made me happy for the rest of the day for some reason. So yeah, that's like after my 17, let me say 18 there, I made it a goal to have that bond with my family, especially my parents, my sisters, my brother too. So we just bonded a lot, like so much as a family. And as they always say, it's always that person, one person in the family that can be able to unite everybody else, even though how scattered you are, even though what. If you are determined, if you are committed into bringing your family all together, you will do it. It's all about gaining their trust, being honest, and try to get involved into each other's life. Okay, so trust is a very, very important point. So I would love to say that our parents are always going to remain our parents. No matter what they do, no matter what we do, we'll always be their children. No matter what they do, they'll always be our parents. You know, they will always be our hideout. We go out, do all those things, but you'll still come back and you'll find your parents, you know. So there are many people who, okay, I won't say, okay, I have many friends that would come to me and be like, oh my god, my mom has to change, my dad has to change, no, I can't do this anymore. And I'm just like, really? You really expect them to change right now on this level? And let me bring it back to our culture or to our South Sudanese parents. We all know that these guys are never wrong. Even though they are wrong, but according to them, they are never wrong. So even though how much you explain that mama or baba, okay, I don't think this is right and stuff, they might agree with you, but they still won't say that, they won't accept that they were wrong. Okay, so you can't expect your parents to change right now, or you can't expect them to always be the one to apologize, though in certain situation I believe that they should, but you can't expect that all the time. It's you who have the chance or who have the opportunity to change yourself or to bring out that better version of you. Because one thing I believe is that when there is a situation or when there is a problem, there is no any wrong or right side. Both of you are wrong, both of you are right. So you just have to figure out where you went right, where you went wrong, and work on it. Okay? Like everybody has different opinions in a situation, and their opinions are always right. It's just that you don't want to see it in that way, which is totally okay. You know, it's good to have a different view. It's fine. But you don't always have to force or expect someone else to accept your opinion or only see things from your view. You also have to give chance to them to do that, you know. But both ways, you still need to work on you. You still need to work on what you did wrong and make it right, and work hard not to do the same mistake again. All right, so yeah, as young people, we have a whole lot of space to make our transitions. We have a lot of time to think about what we did wrong and how to make it right, how to make ourselves better, how to bring out that better version of us, you know. So yeah, don't come complaining, thinking, saying that, oh my god, you need to change and you need to do that, and start pointing out your parents' downfalls or stuff like that. I don't think it's the best thing to do, but it's also okay, because everybody gets angry, and it's always good, psychology says it's always good to bring out all that anger, but be conscious about it also, not to bring out bad words or stuff like that. So yeah, that's another critical point that I've seen or I wanted to address. So I think we talked long enough, at least for now, and I actually believe that there are more thoughts out there and we'll have more discussion, especially about this matter. And I'm obviously so excited to hear more from you guys. But just to conclude, I just love to state that, and it is something really painful for me to say it out loud but it's the reality. But it's like we all know that we have limited time with our parents. We have very limited time with our parents. As we are growing and figuring out ourselves and stuff like that, they are also growing. So our time with them is reducing. So just try to make the best out of it. Get out of that angry situation, get out of all these disagreements, and instead make more beautiful memories with them. Make much more beautiful memories, things that you will sit down later, tell your kids, laugh about them and stuff like that. So let's erase the bad and put more good. Let's love each other more, take care of each other more, spread that love, and have a great family. Don't think a family or a perfect family doesn't have these disagreements or these arguments, but you always have to sort it out to make it better. You always have to sort it out so that you can go to the next step and stuff like that. Stop holding grudges, especially towards your parents. They are your parents, and I repeat, they are your parents. You need to let go and just be with them, be around them as much as you can. So yeah, I think I'd love to end this video